Alrighty, hey guys, this is Joseph here. So, I thought I'd make this as an Instagram post. I know that not as many people of you follow me on Instagram as some of my other platforms, but I'm currently sitting in my 91 Chrysler New Yorker 5th Avenue Mark Cross Edition. Got a little bit of a development going on right now. I've been driving it for the last, couple of hours, didn't really have any issues, but today I started smelling a bit of an odor. I didn't know what it was, but then I made my last delivery. I was going to work until 7, but I had to call it off early because if I come out here... Hey, Daniel, how's it going, man? Anyway, got a new development on the Chrysler. Like I was saying, I was going to do deliveries until 7 o'clock, but... that's not going to happen because I started smelling an odor from the front of the vehicle, and I at first thought maybe my radiator's leaking a little bit of fluid. It'll pass after a few minutes if it's just burning some fluid off. But no, it's not leaking any fluid. I opened the hood and checked, but then I looked down here. It's not doing it anymore, but down here on the driver's side, this tire was legitimately permeating steam out of it like smoke. And so I think I have a stuck brake pad or something along those lines, but everything else is fine on the car. But it was just this one tire was just completely bellowing out smoke. So I'm using an old trick that my grandfather taught me. He said if you ever have a steaming brake pad, open the hood up to let as much airflow go through the car as possible. And that'll prevent it from, causing any more damage than what it already has caused. But when I opened up the hood on this thing after I'd parked it, it was a lot hotter than it had been when I checked it at the restaurant that I was picking the food up for. So this thing's going back over to Midas here in a little bit once I let the brake pad cool off. But I'm going to be live streaming the trip over to Midas and all of that. So if you stick around, you'll be able to watch my little adventure here with the New Yorker. I'm hoping it's just a stuck brake pad. I talked to one of my friends that works on these cars, and he was telling me that brake shoes sometimes get stuck when you apply the parking brake when they sit for a while. And I used the parking brake when I was up in Bella Vista because, up that way there's some massive hills, and you don't want it to roll away from you when you park it in Bella Vista. So she's been sitting for about 20 minutes, give or take. But I'm going to give it another maybe 5 or 6 minutes to cool down. And then we'll go over to Midas and drop this thing off. So at this point, it's just playing the waiting game and letting that brake pad cool down because I'm up here on the Centerton line and I don't want the brake pad to get so hot that it becomes a fire hazard. So we'll just have to play it easy and baby it along. So seriously? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I did pull the brake release on it. But that brake pad pedal, the first time I pushed it to test it, it went down, and when I pulled the release handle, there's a little pull on you see it right there. Let me see. It's that thing right there. You got that, hey there, you got that handle, you pull it up, and it's supposed to pop back into place. But the first time I did it, I had to use my hand and pull the handle back up. So I'm almost wondering if it's got a stuck parking brake. But if it was, here's the thing that's interesting. parking brakes are on the rear drums. They're not on the front. It's a front tire that's smoking. It's not a rear. If it was a rear one, I would know that it possibly is a parking brake. So the only other possibility is it's either something going on under the suspension of the car, or it's something to do with the brake pads. So I'm gonna peek under there. I know that I pulled the electrical lights. I just want to peek and make sure that those things, I'm not going to touch under here because it's going to be royally hot, but I'm going to use you guys as a camera to help me look. Okay. Yeah, that's still intact, so it's not that that's causing the problem. Not sure what we'll be able to see in this lighting. Okay. But at 6:40, I'm going to fire it up and drive it over to Midas in Bentonville and drop this thing off. So, give it another 5 minutes. It's not smoking anymore, but I just want to give it a little more leeway because it's going to be needing to try backing up slowly with the brakes applying just a little bit. Will that break it loose if it's got a stuck brake pad? Well, see... I mean, yeah, I guess I could try that when we try and move it. I don't know if that'll do anything, but it's worth a shot. But, these seats are ridiculously comfortable. So, it's just these little things that just keep popping up. So, yesterday it was doing it a bit, but it wasn't this bad. I mean, I smelled a little bit of an odor, but then it went away. But then today it wouldn't go away, and it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And then it was like, oh, it's smoking. So I had to stop work a little bit early. So, okay. Let me text my dad and let him know that I'm on my way. I'll be right back. I got to text him and let him know I'm on my way to Midas. I'll be right back. Okay. So, let's close the hood. We'll get on our way. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we'll just have to, we'll have to do it this way. Okay. Ah, okay. See, now she's fussing. Now she's fussing. It wasn't doing this before. But I want to show you something. Looky what we got here. We got ourselves a brake light on. So, I'm just going to have to baby it all the way up to Midas. I did what you said, Daniel. I threw it in reverse, and I'm holding the brake a little bit just to try and ease it out. But all right, on to Midas we go. I'm just gonna have to baby it. Whew. Now the brake pad's wanting to go to the floor. What the heck? Doesn't have any analog brakes. I think the analog brake system's disabled. Okay, we're gonna have to baby this thing. It has brakes, but they're very mushy right now. I have to push it to the floor. So it's on limp mode. I hope not. I hope it's not a master cylinder. That would be expensive. These old Bosch ABS systems are a pain to get parts for. Okay. It was firm when I stopped off at the apartment, but after I shut it down and I let it sit for a little while, it lost all of its pulsation. I mean, the brake pad right now is just a sponge. We're gonna be taking the back roads after I get up to where I'm at. Once I get up to where I live, that way we don't have to drive these main roads. I'm gonna take some of the back roads, so I don't have to go quite as quick. Will do. Thanks for checking in with me, man. I'll send you a text when I find out what it is. Using the transmission to help stop the vehicle. That's a pretty cool safety feature. It's in limp home mode right now. least it ain't smoking right now. Just have to baby it. Almost to the shop though. We'll have it looked at in the morning. Oop. Okay, let's go. I had that smell again though, so it's definitely getting hot. Alrighty guys, well, we made it safe and sound. So see how well it's doing after this little bit of a run up. It's probably gonna need something fixed, but we'll have to find out what it is once we get it serviced tomorrow, hopefully. See if that thing's smoking again. Nope, it's not smoking. So it didn't get hot enough to get smoking again, but it's better to go ahead and get this thing up to the shop and let them take a look at it. But I'll update you guys either on YouTube or here on Instagram whenever we figure out what's going on with it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.